Hello and welcome to Your Business Live, brought to you by Connexx. This is something that we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays to highlight our members of Connexx so you can learn a little bit more about the individual as well as what service they provide. What is Connexx, you ask? Because I heard everyone mouthing those words to the screen. We are a personal and professional development team. We say team because together everyone achieves more. We're a community of business owners and decision makers for companies that get together on a regular basis to exchange ideas, suggestions, ways to market ourselves, and give feedback to help each other's businesses grow and how to help each other grow as people. So today's guest that we will be bringing on in 1 second with the magic of Shawn pushing whatever button he pushes to make people pop into the screen, we have Sarah Miller. Sarah Miller works for All Dry USA, and she's going to be telling us a little bit today about what she does and how she could help you if you ever run into the issues that they cover. So hello, Sarah. Please introduce yourself. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what brought you to All Dry and what is All Dry.
Okay, so again, I'm Sarah Miller, originally from Plainview, New York, but currently living in Copiague. I actually got into the restoration industry because my own family experienced a sewage loss in our childhood home. As my mom was a single mother of three, there was so much stuff there that ended up getting damaged that I got introduced into the restoration industry and actually directly into a company and ended up working for them. So basically what All Dry USA and what restoration is when you experience any sort of property damage, whether it's a flood, fire, mold, soot, anything that could damage the four walls of your home or your business. We come in and we handle the mitigation as well as the reconstruction to help you navigate through the insurance process to make sure you're allocated all the necessary funds to restore your property.
Okay, so in the event that someone has a flood or any kind of damage, I've always thought the first person that you call is the insurance company. What are the steps if you went down to your basement to do the laundry and you saw that you had 4 inches of water doing damage to your property? What is the first phone call that I should make?
So, of course, I myself and anyone that is experienced and knowledge in the restoration world would obviously say, if you know about a company like us, call us first. But many people don't really know or understand the protocol and the steps that they should be taking, so they don't know that we kind of exist. So I would say the first person to me would call would be your plumber or your HVAC professional, whoever it was that maybe serviced or installed whatever is leaking or whatever had happened. So if you call your plumber first, they're an expert in what they do. So they know how much damage can be caused by, a faulty faucet or a hole in one of your pipes. So they know exactly who they should be calling or what kind of professional should be coming in to fix that damage. So I would definitely say your plumbing professionals, or if you're in a home serve contract or anything like that, call someone like that. Of course, you do need to contact your insurance company, but of course, when you make an insurance claim, everything that you say is documented. And if you even just word something wrong simply because you're not a professional and you don't know what exactly to say, you can be capped or denied for a claim. So it's best to get a service professional in there first prior to making your claim.
Very good to know. I learned that the hard way, but working with a company like yours definitely was the smartest thing I learned to do. What do you like most about being in this industry? I'm assuming that you see a lot of hurt, pain, sadness when things are destroyed. What makes you feel good about helping people in that situation?
Well, like I said before, I originally got into the industry because I dealt with it myself and my entire family did. So I know firsthand what it feels like to kind of feel helpless in a vulnerable state because you don't know who to turn to or what to do. So I definitely love the aspects that I can help my customers navigate through something like that and kind of take that ease and that worry off of their shoulders, because once they make that claim, they don't have to worry about anything else. We handle every step from there. So I like being able to do that. And I like just being there, like I said, every step of the way. I give everyone my personal cell phone number. So if they have any questions or any concerns throughout the entire process, they could reach me directly and I could help them through it.
What's the worst case scenario that you've had to go into and deal with?
Okay, so I would say worst case scenario, it didn't just happen naturally. It was just a human mistake. One of my contacts, we were called in because he was cleaning out a boiler, and when he was vacuuming it out, the vacuum bag popped. And this home was a very, very expensive home, and it was actually, the whole basement was just redone. And when I say redone, I mean movie theater. They had some, nice video games. They had a whole wine cellar and a sauna in that basement. All of that was covered in soot. So we had to go in and, in essence, save the day, and help out not only the customer whose property was affected, but also the professional who was in there and made the human error.
Wow. Not really understanding insurance, that was something that one wouldn't think that things that you do to your own property are then covered by insurance. Like, I don't know if there's a claim for like stupidity in my case for some of the things that I've done to cause damage. What's the most common thing that you get calls for?
I would say the most common thing is probably a sewage backup. So if you ever say you haven't cleaned out your trap, you haven't had that cleaned out, your cesspool, you're supposed to do that at least once a year, if not, semi-annually. So if you don't do that, eventually your entire system will back up into your home, whether it's out of your sinks, out of your toilets, out of your showers, out of anything like that. And especially with everyone that's been stuck home these past few months with their entire families using their plumbing systems, we've been getting called to those a lot more often than before. But still, that's probably the most common thing that we do come across.
Wow, that could make the being quarantined that much worse.
Exactly.
Shawn, are any questions coming in for Sarah right now? All right. So are you open 24/7? And do you personally get calls late at night?
Yes, we are 24/7 emergency service, no matter what time, day or night, holiday, we are open. And when I say we, I mean myself, the executives, all of us answer our phones. So I actually got a call last night. I think it was about 9:30 or so, and that wasn't too late. But I've gotten calls where it's been 11, 12. Anytime I answer that phone, and I make sure to get somebody over there and get it handled.
Okay. Shawn? Do you personally inspect the homes or do you use a third-party company?
Oh, we personally inspect the homes. So we have our project managers, and all of our project managers arrive on site within an hour of the initial phone call coming into the office or coming into me. And for that, they literally go right on site. They take photos of everything. They document every single thing that they see at the property, for insurance purposes and for the customer's purposes, and then explain how we can fix and what needs to be done to restore the property.
And when they're coming up with, when you're putting a value on it, is there a formula that you guys are following? Is it estimating?
Yeah.
How do you come up with that number?
So we come up with the numbers. We have a system called Xactimate, which is the same exact system that the insurance company uses when they're estimating how much money they should reimburse you for a loss. So what we do is when we go in, we have to obviously account for all of the labor, the materials, and just everything that's being put into it. So if these cabinets get damaged, we're going to put those same cabinets back in. So it's the labor and all that goes back into it. But say it was damaged closer to the ceiling and I have a drop ceiling, you have to then fix the water damage that was there. So you have to account for every single thing that was damaged that now needs to be replaced as, a result of having to demolition and take those pieces out. But there's an Xactimate system that we use, and it's the exact system that the insurance company uses. So there's no denying it, no fighting the numbers that we come up with.
How's COVID-19 impacted your business? Are you busier or slower than usual?
I would say in the beginning, it was definitely slower because some people were very afraid to let even their plumbing professionals or anyone like that into their homes, despite even having, sewage or anything like that in there. But as, people had to continue to live there and live in these circumstances, and everyone got kind of antsy being stuck home and not having social interaction, they started letting us in more, and we've gotten more and more and more calls coming in. So it's good, especially because now we're in hurricane season. So we also cover all the hurricane and storm damage. So we're going to continue to get busier from here.
What industries or other professionals that are within Connexx could you work with or are a good power partner to be teaming up with what you do?
So I always say that anyone that is a blue collar mechanical worker is someone that's great because, like I said prior, they're usually, or they should be, your first call when you see a leak or anything like that happening on your property, because they are the professional that handles it. And then from there, they call us in. So I would say plumbers, HVAC professionals, mechanical, also anybody that, owns a business. It's always good to know us because things happen. You never know when something's going to happen, and you'd rather have someone in your back pocket than not know and kind of be left hanging if something happens.
So there could be a case to reach out to you, tell you what happened. You say, even advise someone what direction they should go in, but maybe it's not the perfect case for you to involve yourself in, but you can be a source or a reference for us to tell us who we should call or where we should go.
Yes, because we don't ever push people into working with us. We do a completely free inspection with no obligation to sign. And we do that this way. We can educate the property owner on what exactly happened, what needs to happen to fix it, and how we're going to do so. And then they can decide from there what they want to do. So it's really more so about educating the property owner and then having them decide for themselves.
Great. Well, thank you for coming on and telling us about you and what it is that you do. And if anyone wants to get in contact with Sarah, has any questions, has damage that you want to find out if it should be covered or what next steps you should take, contact Sarah. Her cell phone, her work phone, and her email are right underneath Sarah and I as we speak in that pretty color that Shawn selected to put up there. Wonderful work, Shawn, the best in the business. So thank you, Sarah. And I hope that this has been a wonderful experience getting to have Shawn flash your information up like that. And you're very knowledgeable on the topic. And I know people who have called you in instances and they said that you are extremely attentive and they had nothing but good things to say about you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the kind words and for having me. Again, if anybody needs me, I'm available 24/7 on my cell phone, my email, or whatever. I'm always available.
Great. Thank you so much. And Shawn, now we're going to see your skills and how well you can work the magic of the mouse and your computer. So this is my favorite part of every Tuesday and Thursday when I say, Shawn, come on, come on up. There he is.
Hello, everyone.
He just finished up 3 games of handball with that brick wall behind him. That's why he's wearing his elbow pads and gloves for calluses. So what did you, Shawn, working in the insurance industry, what can you tell me about the services that Sarah and All Dry offer, and what's been your experience with a company like that?
Yeah, I mean, they play a huge impact in the, in the claims portion. So, really the first thing you do is, you mitigate the loss, and they're really the first people that you call. For example, if someone has a 6 inches of water in their basement, they're gonna call a company like Sarah to come and clean it up before anything happens. So they're extremely important, and Sarah is extremely resourceful. I've called her before for advice on I needed a plumber for something in my own home, and she knows so many different contacts, and she's just an overall, really nice person and resourceful, and I would highly recommend her.
And I wonder if she pays attention, because you gave the same example that I gave, but I said 4 inches of water. You said 6 inches of water. You could have gone with fire damage or something, but that's cool.
Well, that's fine. I went with that because that's a usual, that's a common occurrence.
Floods.
So, yeah, but it's really not considered a flood, technical terms, but, a pipe breaks or something like that.
Yes, I learned never say the word flood. I heard flood can disqualify you from claims.
Yeah, well, flood is usually water from outside that comes within, not water that's inside.
Do you know if Sarah is the person that you would call in the event that you threw away a Nordstrom's bag containing between $500 and $800 worth of clothing that belongs to your wife, and you bring it out and it goes away on a garbage truck? Do you know if Sarah would be the person that we would call in that instance, or is there someone else?
No, there's someone in our group. Her name's Gail. She's a divorce attorney.
Yes.
But that situation you just mentioned sounds so familiar. So I appreciate you mentioning it.
Yes, and you brought it up, therefore I will never let you forget it.
But for any other situation, you can call Sarah.
What if...
Unless she can get my Bloomingdale's bag back, it would help my marriage.
What if you dropped that Bloomingdale's bag into a flood in the basement? She would then still be able to get the value back.
Yes. She would. All right. She would take up the water. They'd bring in their fans, and, maybe I can then return the items.
Okay, so in the event that anyone we know has a flood, that Bloomingdale's bag was in, I'm just kidding, that would be fraud, and that's wrong. Well, Shawn, thanks for popping on. You always brighten up these interviews. And everyone at home, let's give Shawn a round of applause. Good job, Shawn. And I bust his chops, but there's no way that this show or any of the live feeds could possibly take place without Shawn. But if you're interested in trying to see if you could top Shawn, we're now taking applications at chris@yourbusinesslive.com. I'm just kidding. Well, to everyone that joined us and saw this as a live stream, thank you for coming on. Thank you for questions. And if you see this in the replay and want to reach out to Sarah, her contact is in the interview. If you're curious what is Connexx and want to learn more, or would like to have your business featured here on Your Business Live, go to the website, getconnexx.com, right there. And we'd love to hear from you and tell you how we can help you and your business gain more followers, get more eyes on it, and help increase your business. So on behalf of Sarah, Shawn, and myself, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you Monday for Zoom at noon and back to our interviews on Tuesday. Thank you. Have a great weekend.